Well, I'll tell you, things felt a little different outside today.
They definitely do. In the newsroom, we were calling it a juiced up atmosphere. Higher humidity, warmer temperatures.
Yeah.
That's really adding fuel to the potential of those thunderstorms that are developing. Thus, a KOIN 6 weather alert is in place for the remainder of this evening, as the clouds are already starting to increase, specifically for the southwest corner of the Beaver State, as wind, rain, and hail all a possibility through much of the Willamette Valley as these storms continue to develop and track their way further to the north. 73 degrees, that's where we currently reside out towards PDX. You'll notice some blue skies and the sunshine, again, helping to energize our atmosphere and the potential to see some of those thunderstorms creep their way through the northern Willamette Valley, as many of those temperatures are sitting in towards the low to mid 70s, about 10 to 15 degrees above what is typical this time of year. Just to put it all into perspective, our average right around 60 degrees. But there you go, a few of those bubble up thunderstorms already developing over the foothills of the Cascades as they try to push their way into the central and northern Willamette Valley. But a lot of that lightning activity still remains to the southwest flank of the state of Oregon. These storms, nothing has turned severe yet, like we saw about this time yesterday, but that potential is still alive and well as we give you a closer picture out towards the Mill City area, Detroit, likely seeing a lot of lightning off in the distance. And we're also seeing a few stronger bubble up thunderstorm cells out over the coast range as they continue to track their way to the north. All is a marginal risk does include the central southern Willamette Valley. This is about a 1 out of 5 chance of seeing things like damaging winds, maybe some larger hail, and we can't rule out the chance of a spin up tornado, although that is likely on the lower end of things. As you've got to remember, our severe weather criteria includes wind speeds greater than 58 miles per hour. The size of hail has to be about an inch or greater in diameter. And while we are expecting to see widespread lightning across much of western Oregon and parts of southwest Washington, lightning does not fall under that severe weather category. Now, the lightning potential you can already see in some of these blue shaded areas where it has the potential to fire up as we move our way through the rest of this evening. It does include parts of the northern Willamette Valley by about 8 o'clock this evening. So still a potential for us even past the sunset hour. So keep a close eye to the sky. But when thunder roars, head indoors, and you can see this cluster of storms tracking their way to the north. A lot of the red, even the maroons, a good indication of where some of the strongest downpours and maybe where some of the minor hail is a potential as it continues to track its way further to the north. This is a snapshot of about midnight as improvements are anticipated. And then we flip everything back over to just scattered rain showers for Saturday morning. That changes again, though, by the afternoon as we gain temperature. That is going to allow for a lot of those storms to become potentially slightly stronger as we move our way into Saturday afternoon. Then Sunday, just garden variety rain showers as the threat for severe weather is next to none for tomorrow. But again, a quick rumbler or two and even small hail, a very real possibility for our Saturday afternoon after we experience what's ahead for this evening, as rain gauges are expected to fill up close to about an inch to an inch and a quarter for parts of the I-5 corridor. Greater amounts under those areas that are stuck under some of the stronger cells, as snow elevation levels are expected to tumble back down to 3,500 feet early next week. So at least through the end of this weekend, Mount Hood itself picking up an additional inch to 3 inches. That's a welcome sight for the ski resorts that are winding things down as we move our way towards this weekend. But 50 degrees is where we fall to tonight. A few scattered thunderstorms will start to fade after about midnight as temperatures warm back up into the mid 60s along the I-5 corridor for tomorrow. And our 7-day forecast does show the thunderstorm potential starting to wane as Sunday approaches. Cooler temperatures really start to sell their way back into the Pacific Northwest. You'll notice we bottom out into the low to mid 50s on Wednesday. So we go from above average to below average before drier skies return 1 week from today. So those April showers that have been absent finally starting to play into our 7-day.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah.